SRL Southwest Tour 110, and the number 10, I don't know the name, but apparently that team had to leave, so but that car is still here. Yeah, okay. And the number 24, Scott Sanchez from Livermore. The 51, Carlos Vieira. And then we were missing a few cars. Actually, no, they moved up. The 41, we just saw finish second in the Pepsi Super Late Model winner of the late model.
Quotes on finish.
Yeah, exactly. And he won the Auto Club Late Model main event. Derek Thorne.
It looks like he's already overheating.
Well, I think it's the driver, not the car.
Yep.
Troy Ermish in the number 38, the number 63, Gale Chase.
Ermish, just a little tidbit on him. He wasn't planning on being out here.
45, Ken Benamo. 36, John Wood. The number 11, Brian Herzog. The number 14, Rex Lockwood. 44, Jason Gilbert. And the inaugural start in the Southwest Tour, 57 of David Ross. Fast, Eddie Secord. And the number 83. 83, and then, sorry, Mike Lay in the 48.
There you go.
They switched according to my sheet. So, back up to the number 53, though, Cole Cabrera. We're used to seeing him in the ASA Truck Series. The 37, Keith Spangler. Davey Hamilton is the car that Derek Thorne is driving. So Derek Thorne obviously had to go to the back. That's where he would have started.
Yep.
The number 55 out here, Jonathan Mahini. Then you got, let's see, I lost my spot. The number 9, Jonathan Westmoreland, or Justin Westmoreland, my bad. Bad eyes. Bad eyes. Brendan Newbear in the 29, who is not here.
Yeah, he is.
Where?
Blue.
29. Oh, my bad. Wow. Okay.
Low budget, folks.
MK Kinky winner of the last Southwest Tour race out here. And the 33, number 18. That would be Eric Holmes, champion in the K&N Pro Series West. Number 90, Ross Tremiska. 22, Jonathan Gomez. Ryan Reed, who we just saw almost win the Pepsi Super Late Model race. That you're going to have to watch the video to find out what happened. Ryan Reed in the number 04. Joe Ferre, 5th place start. In the number 54, number 19, Kevin Callahan. 16 of Jacob Gomes. And in the front row, the number 23, Dan Holtz from Pacific Palisades, California. And taking it to the green in spot number 1, Chris Holloway, number 43.
Chris Holloway had a pretty bunk performance in the late models. Contact ensued. But perhaps tonight, or today, is the day for redemption.
Southwest Tour green flag out, 110 laps to go. These guys get it on out here at the Toyota Speedway at Irwin. Probably the best race you'll see for these cars.
This is not a points race.
No points,
all this
money.
Is for the money.
Early leader out front, the number 16, Jacob Gomes, Thunder Valley Casino Resort and DeLoso Farms. Welcome back, Southwest Tour Racing, Dan Holtz, number 23. That's probably the same car we used to watch at Mesa Marin.
Now a little bit of, just to back up here, Troy Ermish, the reason I said he was not planning on being out here, he actually broke a rocker yesterday in qualifying and they weren't planning on making the race. But because of the lengthy red flag we had.
That 24-hour red flag. Not really 24 hours, but close.
They were able to fix it out here, get her on done.
3 wide for the second spot. Holmes to the inside of Gomez, and Holtz didn't work out. He shuffled back. Here comes Ross Tremiska, the number 90 to the inside of Kevin Callahan. Side by side for the second spot, side by side on back.
There will be a break at the lap 55 halfway point for this race. And once we get there, we're going to talk about a little bit of an incentive that some of these guys might be interested in.
A little bit of an incentive, Jeffrey?
Okay.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it at halfway. Great battle here. Lap number 5 down, closing in. When they come to the stripe, lap number 6. Combs out front. Check it out. But that is a hot battle there from third on back. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Look at this action here. Toyota Speedway at Irwindale. We're going back, just some good racing back there, but that is a battle to watch. That's where it's hot and heavy, they should call it. I think that's wide. Dirty. Oh, Callahan washing up.
Callahan! You're on release.
Callahan, I'm sure he's holding all his weapons in there, but at the end of the race, they're all going to come out.
Especially that bazooka.
Oh, that was close when Joe Ferre. I saw some smoke out of one of the cars.
So did I.
I think it's Callahan. He's just sliding. Joe Ferre already has donuts on the side of his car and everything. All right, so we got Gomes out front, but Gomez is catching up to Gomes. By the way, those two are pitted together. A lot of announcers mistake their names, and now they're going to be battling for the lead. Soon, contact! That was wheel to wheel. That could have been ugly.
Hey, Tommy, you know what I think we forgot to do?
What?
Turn on a camera.
Oops. All right, halfway break.
Halfway break. Good idea.
So the 2 blue cars duking it out right there. Also, still a good battle for the 4th spot.
Newberry with the new sponsor on the door. Extends.
What?
Extends.
Oh, battle for the lead. Out of turn number 4, it's Gomes and Gomez. And Gomez straight to the front. Pretty sure Gomes said, I'll let you go. Ross Tremiska and Dan Holtz down the back into turn 2 or 3. I mean, I'm just learning my turns. Side by side for the 4th spot. Dan Holt's a veteran out in the Southwest Tour. We used to watch him when he'd come here, and Mason Wren. Most memorable at Mason Wren because he's always one to watch. Well, hey, he's top 5 right now. Good tight racing up front. Oh, David Ross off the pace, flat tire. Right rear flat. That's a bummer for your first time ever in a Southwest Tour race.
Something tells me contact might have been a part of that.
I'm pretty sure Southwest Tour do have a lot of contact. They do. Okay, I want to set the scene up a little bit. Remember the last Southwest Tour race we had at Toyota Speedway at Irwindale? There was a guy by the name of M.K. Kanky who was riding around, you know, 12th, 13th, 10th, ended up winning the race.
Yeah.
Well, in 10th spot right now is M.K. Kanky, who is now going for the 9th position under Brendan Newberry.
You make a valid point.
MK is one of those sleepers, but a sleeper that I will always get you because you know he's a veteran. But he also hides his cards in his sleeves a lot. There he goes into the 9th spot, MK.
Lap traffic for
yes, we are. The first one to go down is number 63, Gail Chase. Jackson race car machine right there. The one up ahead of him, the number 45 is Ken Benamo. San Ramon, California. SAS German Auto HUR Performance Engine Chevrolet.
Now there's one car off the track right now, and probably not planning on coming back on, is the number 10.
Yeah, starting park.
So he kind of didn't have a crew. So yeah. He's like a real starting park.
That's right.
Joe Ferre, Dan Holtz.
Dan Holtz, yes.
Callahan.
Callahan, you're suspended.
You're on release.
Oh, Joe Ferre. Now he's one to watch, let me tell you.
Oh boy.
has a brake pedal.
There's one driver talking about MK Kanky.
Moving on up.
But there's another one I want to point out. He's catching up to the top two. Eric Holmes.
Yes, he is. Eric who? Eric Holmes, the K&N Pro Series champion?
Maybe. Sounds about right.
I think so. Number 18. Eric Holmes. Moella Brothers Body Shop HUR Engines from Escalon, California.
Good green flag racing.
Jump right to the inside of your lapper. And it looks to be close. Joe Frey's looking to be
The problem right here is the lappers are taking two different lines. You have Gale Chase on the inside and the 45 on the outside.
Though we do see that often with these cars for some reason. Now they're both moving to the inside.
Hey, MK Kanky.
On the inside of Dan Holtz. So it looks to be a case where either these guys are moving back or MK is putting it in fourth gear. Seeing a file throughout the field, settling in lap number 26 up on the scoreboard. These guys are really just kind of pacing themselves to halfway, lap 55. And the funny thing about this halfway break, it was set up for TV. It was completely set up for TV, and TV's not here. Well, a bunch of TV's here.
A bunch of TV.
We don't need a halfway break. What Lucas Oil Productions was planning on doing was going down to the pits, doing a couple interviews, creating some drama. But let me tell you what, the rain created enough drama for them that they left. So hopefully you're enjoying.
They couldn't have created any more drama for the Super Late Race.
Hopefully you're enjoying this on our YouTube channel as well as RPM TV.
Side by side.
That would be Rex Lockwood in the number 14 and the 24 Jeff Gordon. He hasn't had that great of a season in the Cup Series, so Hendrick said, well, let me get you a Tour car. Said, I'm kidding. Scott Sanchez. Joe Ferre and Stramiska. I was saying right before, a little bit ago, that it looked like Joe's catching up to Ross. Side by side.
A little sideways for the 54 car.
And I thought there was going to be some contact.
One of the most aggressive drivers I can remember from the second race of the year for the SRL had to be that 90 car.
Oh! Joe Ferre had to turn it sideways just to avoid a crash.
Sidewards. Newberry on the inside of Holloway, battling for the 9th spot.
Now Newberry and Reed made contact a couple of laps ago, and I thought it would be, it was a direct wheel-to-wheel shot. I figured the tires would have gone down or definite tire rub, but it doesn't look like the case. It was a perfect hit, I guess. Which is, if you're going to hit something, you want to hit it perfectly. Wide open and upside down, preferably.
Ryan Reed now trying to make a move on Holloway.
Dan Holtz looks to be losing some grip and or time, obviously, because he's slipping on back. Lap 34 up on the scoreboard. Newberry to the inside of Holtz, down the back straightaway. Holtz is losing grip and time.
And probably patience.
Yep, but he's got to keep in his head. Adjustments can be made halfway.
Change for the second spot. Eric Holmes just grabbed it.
Eric Holmes, three-time K&N Pro Series champion. Running out here in the Spears SRL Southwest Tour.
Dude, you weren't kidding about MK Kanky.
Oh, we got number 48 off the base in turn 3, Mike Way. This could be caution number 1, and it is. Here on lap number 36.
And
oh, Rex Lockwood getting into the back of Joe Ferre.
I was waiting for that one from a mile away.
Yeah, I can tell.
I was just waiting.
I didn't know What was happening there?